Very pessimistic overall. Mark suggested a few threads that may be optimistic. How can you find some more optimism in there for us?
Look, it's a grim picture, and clearly people are reflecting a lot of what they feel now and projecting that forward to the next decade, so we have to take all that into account. I try to be an optimist here. You noted that Mark and I both have a relationship or have had one with the Clintons and President Clinton. President Clinton, when he started on the national stage, always used to quote his professor from Georgetown University, Carroll Quigley, who taught American civilization. And Quigley had this thing called future preference. And Bill Clinton sort of used that as the basis for a lot of his talking about why America could always be better. And future preference had two components to it. One, it was the belief, and it was basically a fundamental thing that President Clinton and Quigley said made America different from much of the rest of the world. And number one was the belief that the future could always be better than the past. And number two was that each and every one of us had a moral responsibility to make that happen personally. So what seems to happen in this poll is that the second thing is still there. Everyone feels a lot of responsibility for themselves to sort of try to make the world better, but they've lost the faith that the future will be better than the past. And that creates some real disjunctions. But if you look deeper into these numbers, in addition to the Hispanics and the African Americans being very aspirational, the one thing that I look at are the millennials, right? And one of the slides that we didn't show says that majorities of Americans of all ages believe that the millennials will be the most important generation 10 years from now. And the oldest millennials are now 34.
With Generation X.
With Generation X, right, sorry.
Speak up.
the oldest millennials now are 34 years old. So notwithstanding those of us who are baby boomers up here, the millennials probably will have a much greater impact on social and economic opportunity going forward from 2024 onward than any other generation, and will have more of an impact on American society and the economy than any generation since, the baby boomers. So if you look deeper at what they say about some of these things, there are some reasons to be more optimistic. Now, younger people are typically more optimistic, we know, except this generation, the millennials, has taken a pretty hard hit, we know, in unemployment numbers and things like that. But just think about some of these numbers. They are more likely to say they will be better off financially in 10 years by a big number, 60%, compared to only 48% for the whole population. They're most likely to believe that the middle class will grow. Now, it's still not a majority, but 43% of millennials think that the middle class will grow compared to only 31% for the whole. They're a bit more likely to believe they'll own their own businesses, which is a good thing. They are less likely to think there will be a major terrorist attack on American soil. By 45% say they think there will be, compared to 57% for everyone for the whole. And they are less likely to believe that if you work hard and play by the rules, you'll do less well 10 years from now if you get that. So only 42% of millennials say you'll do less well if you work hard and play by the rules, compared to 49% of the whole. And just to follow up on the last of these slides, something that I think probably represents a real sense of optimism on their part, only 51% of millennials think that The Simpsons won't be on the air 10 years from now, so compared to the whole of 64%. So, maybe, let's hope that that younger generation and some of its spirit is going to help to move us forward.